Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the summer 2022 issue of the best and most underrated LEGO sets of this release season. Now, every year this goes on, this gets harder and harder, not because the sets are necessarily always getting better, but because LEGO's release windows are changing all over the place, meaning that there are going to be some notable absences from the summer 22 lineup that I am so excited for, such as the new Creator Expert 3 Big Roller Coaster, I should say, and also the Mario Character Pack Series 5, which are both almost guaranteed to make this list. I'm sure there are plenty more surprises for the year, and that just means that you'll have to tune in next time for the winter edition of this list. This is my biannual opportunity to gush and defend and do whatever I like with all the sets in one place without you guys getting too bored, hopefully, or hopefully not. And there are plenty of sets to take a look at today, and plenty of surprises that I found myself superbly surprised by. So without any further ado, let's jump straight in and start talking about some sets. The first theme I wanted to cover though today would be Creator 3-in-1, which has had some fantastic sets ranging from March all the way through to June this year, at least so far. Up in our top left we have the Turtle and Dolphin set, which is a set I talked about briefly in the January edition of this list. However, I still think it stands out now that we have amazing and better quality images. I really love the cute shaping on the dolphin, and Creator's animals are getting so much better. In fact, this is a common theme across this whole page, where I think that this octopus looks absolutely fantastic. It's a shame that I won't be buying this octopus set, because while I do absolutely love what they've done with the shaping, and it's by far the best octopus we've ever gotten out of a LEGO set, just in line with the crocodile and the Hedwig the owl and the Hungarian horntail from this year, as well as the tiger from January as well. This is a fantastic sculpting job on the animal. I just don't like the submarine and therefore cannot justify picking up this set. However, this set still deserves an amazing amount of credit, and hence why it is on this list as a very underrated set. Furthermore, another set that I think goes under the radar is the Fantasy Woodland Creatures, which was another March release for Creator, down in your bottom left with the little cute hedgehog reading a book and this amazingly sculpted purple owl. Something about this is so colourful and charming. I just think it deserves a lot more credit than it's got, with this beautiful light yellow and lavender colour scheme and these adorable big eyes as well. Really nice and cheap Creator set that I think deserves a lot more credit. Our next theme I wanted to talk about would be LEGO Disney. Only two sets make the list this time around, number one being Ariel's Palace from Disney Princess over on the right. This is an incredibly accurate, compared to the usual, version of Ariel's Palace with a really nice colour scheme, and I love the use of the arches. This is something they didn't really need to include or could have just shoved on a printed element. However, they went above and beyond with the sculpting, and I think it really shows. Not to mention, I absolutely love the little octopus dancing feature, and having King Triton with his dolphins is also really awesome. Just a really well-rounded Disney Princess set. It's a shame about the price. However, this is a great set that deserves way more credit than it's gotten just for being a mini doll set. And from Mickey and Friends, we also have one set to take a look at, and this is Mickey's Castle set. While I personally thought this set missed its potential of being able to incorporate some more of the Mickey license, but that's a topic for another day, I do still think this set really stands out. For a castle set, in Juniors in particular, the grey and teal and red colour scheme works really well. The interior works perfectly fine for a 4+ set, and that dragon is adorable and reminds me of classic Disney. Where this set really stands out is of course the minifigures and the play features, with this amazing like Fantasy Daisy and Knight Mickey and Minnie, and Jester Donald taking the highlight with that amazing new hairpiece. Overall, this set deserves more credit than it's getting because the junior set gets a lot of flack. However, this is pretty good. Just a slight couple of missed opportunities in my eyes. Next up, we have Classic, a theme that's never really been featured on this list before. However, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to talk about how unique these feel. Classic is always one of those themes that I think just sort of goes along in the background. It does what it needs to do and it fulfills its purpose perfectly. However, three sets from this wave stood out to me as being just a little bit more creative and charming than the rest. Besides, of course, the 90 years anniversary set, who we'll be talking about a little bit later on, we have this creative monster set, which just has some really adorable designs. I particularly love the pink guy with the green mouth, the little plant guy, and then the fire dragon as well. These are all just really cute and really creative and imaginative, and I think a load of kids will get a lot of fun out of seeing what they can create out of all these different options. Another one that I thought opened a unique concept was the Gears and Movements set. This is a set that's perfect for new people into LEGO to try and understand how movement works, and the splat gears are also perfect for this. Whether it be the organ tails moving up and down, the windmills spinning with a cog, or the little propellers on the helicopter, I think this is a great starting point for introducing kids to motion, and I just think it's a really, really well-rounded set that's got absolutely no attention in the community. Furthermore, another one that does a similar thing is the largest of the list that I don't actually know the name of. There are just some really creative builds in here that we don't usually see in a creator set, such as the hummingbird and toucan, as well as the little piece of broccoli and the fisherman. All of these just stand out as being way more creative than normal, and I just really, really love the inspiration they're providing for people. More credit for classic, please. And then LEGO's been keeping us on our feet recently, so here are a couple of random licenses that again I think deserve a load of appreciation, while I will be buying none of them. Firstly, in the top left, it's the infamous Spice Girls set. I love it when they do random things like this, and I hope that this is the only musician set we get, just for it to be even more hilarious. I would like to see way more random Brickheads properties appear in the Brickheads line, whether it be licenses or non-licenses. There's so much potential just to get some really, really random additions to the Brickhead collection, and the Spice Girls definitely represent that. They bring a lot of unique prints to the table on a 5 unique builds, and I'm sure that they will go down a treat with Spice Girls fans. I just love the randomness of it, and I think it deserves some appreciation. In the top right, there is another set that's got a fair bit of confusion attached to it, and that is of course the Rolling Stones art. Now this thing I have no interest in, but it deserves some credit for just being a sculpting masterpiece, almost reminding myself of my custom Hylian shield. The way that they've done this angling and this slope work is just so intricate. Genuinely, you would not know it was LEGO until you got up very, very close. The distancing between tiles on the slopes and the angles of the wedge plates is really, really incredible. Particularly the highlights on the tongue are so rounded, it's genuinely shocking to me that we have that many pieces to create such a shape now. Also, the 3D nature of the tongue and the hidden 60 underneath are brilliant features, and I think this is a really well-rounded set. I just personally have no interest in it. However, the techniques here are absolutely incredible. The same almost goes for the Real Madrid Stadium, the third stadium in a line that is very quickly tiring LEGO fans, including myself. However, LEGO is about reaching out to as many different people as possible, and I'm sure there are many footballers out here that are perfectly happy with this one. On a technique side and just a pure LEGO side, this is my favourite of the three by far. I really love the way the stands are built, and the colour scheme is incredible. The big grey wall at the back, but also all of this snot work to create these rounded corners, and just the way the displays are built just really intrigues me. I really think that this is a standout set for football fans, and I think there's a lot to like here as a LEGO fan as well. Shame I have absolutely no interest, however, deserves a lot of credit, especially considering this is the third in an ever-extending line. Some special sets that are releasing this summer or this period include a couple of promotions or special events. On the left we have the annual LEGO House set, and these are pretty much always guaranteed to make this kind of list because they are just so special and celebrate such an important part of LEGO's history. This one is the Dagny Holm Master Builder set, and I think this one does a really great job at representing what it wants to represent. My favourite will still have to be the brick moulding machine from last year, however there is still a lot to love and appreciate with this build, and I really do think it does stand out. It's just incredible to see them play such homage to such important people throughout their history, and I hope this line really does continue. This deserves pretty much all the appreciation and would make an amazing gift to pick up from the LEGO house if I ever went. On the right, though, we also have another set, and this one is the Children's Amusement Park. This is a great promo that I think Fairground fans will really appreciate, having two children minifigures with this really adorable monkey banana ride that just is incredibly structured. And while I'm aware that this promo is already out, and I actually already own this set, I just love the structure of it. It really reminds me of like an inflatable ride at like a kid's fairground. The third Test of Strength set is potentially a bit of a waste considering how many of them we have by now, but obviously new customers cycle through LEGO all the time, and most people probably don't own most of the fairground sets like I do. Of course, the inclusion of rubber ducks is also very welcome, making this set a really standout promo, especially for such a low threshold at £90. I was overall very impressed and very glad to pick this one up. Some more special sets, though, include some amazing standouts once again. Just like the Children's Amusement Park, I already own Cosmic Cardboard Adventures, but it is so charming. To see a second-time competition winner just get his set turned and his dream just turned into this amazing model is incredible. The reference on the guy's torso of the 497 Galaxy Explorer, as well as one of the moon bases on the flag, are just so charming, and the wall build is actually really nice, if a bit simple, with the stars and the rocket. I love the Green Army men on the floor, and the teddy bear mech is also really cute. However, my favourite detail for far has to be the Vita Rush cans of energy juice on the back of the rocket. Just such a charming detail that can obviously be used in a wider city setting. Again, an absolutely wonderful promo that deserves all the praise it's been getting. Another one that did really well, at least in my opinion, would be the Jane Goodall promo. I really love the fact that they are celebrating these really, really influential people in themes, and I just like the Amelia Earhart one last year for International Women's Day as well is just a really, really good timing and an amazing choice. The monkey piece coming back is also a really important thing, I guess, and I love the landscaping build with the dark tan and the water and the greens. I think it works really, really well and comes out spectacularly. Just another really, really great promo that deserves a lot of praise. But by far my favourite promo, despite it being one that I don't own, is of course Aunt Beru's or the Lars Homestead Kitchen. What a crazy idea, but I love it for how random it is and how much it's going to annoy some Star Wars fans. It's a really incredible idea to put it all in the kitchen, and I really love the way it turned out. Some stellar building techniques with all this snot construction. The only negative thing I can say is that I wish the blue milk carton was printed. Aunt Beru's a great minifigure, and this will definitely go down as one of the most unexpected and hilarious Star Wars sets of all time, definitely earning his space on the best of 2022. Next up, a couple more of the more random sets. We have the chicken and the egg gift we purchased from Easter, another one that I own and is absolutely spectacular. These are by far some of our best brick-built chickens, and I think they look so adorable, and I love the egg feature as well as the slight dots reference. This one I think works better than the one from the other year because it's a little less blocky, a little bit more shapely, and has a more interesting cracking open feature, not to mention the chickens themselves look better. And on the left we have the Vespa scooter, which is just an incredible masterclass of technique, especially for only a £10 set. This one is just as incredible as the large one and is just incredible. It really does remind me of the 1970s set with the maxi figures on the scooter, and I really think this just shows how far LEGO has come. Just absolutely incredible all the way through. Moving on to Ninjago, and we're starting to see some of our actual Summer 2022 sets show up here. But up the top left, we do have a March release from the Evo Rave. I know this was a lot of people's least favourite, however, I really, really love the play features and just the aesthetics of this set. This autumn leaf effect where the slide is built into a tree root, and you've got all of these orangey leaves and golden swinging bags and things is just so amazing, and I really love the Japanese style roofing as always. But my favourite part of this set has to be the wooden training dummy. I just think it's so cool and so creative and just really, really playful. Just a really, really nice trading set that I think is well priced as well. However, moving on to the summer sets. These two sets are the only sets from Ninjago that have really interested me this summer wave. I feel like a fair bit of Ninjago has missed its potential ever so slightly this wave, just being a couple too many vehicles, but we'll talk about that in the real Ninjago retrospect. As far as the best sets from this wave, this four-legged Crystal King mech is absolutely incredible, and I love the way he stands upright. He's just so unique, and it's really, really impressive to see. Really, really detailed, and a really awesome face with a great minifigure selection. This is definitely one of the best recent Ninjago sets. Obviously, not quite topping Master of the Mountain for me, but still deserving of a lot of credit. Definitely a really strong set. And then a set that I think should get some more attention would be the Crystal King Temple. Definitely an underrated set, I think from the Crystal line. The Tengu Segrity really stands out and really sells this floating earth structure. I wonder if we could see anything like this for Breath of the Wild 2 Floating Hyrule Castle. However, not only that, you have these amazing crystal shards, and I really love the staircase sort of like floating off in loose gravity like effect. I just think it's really, really clever how they've done it, and definitely a very unique take on a Ninjago temple that I think really stands out. Overall, another great set. Moving into Star Wars, though, for some other incredible sets that I probably won't buy, we have Luke Skywalker's Red 5 helmet, which is just a masterclass of techniques, and I love the way the goggles look. This is by far my second favourite helmet, I reckon, just behind the TIE Fighter pilot, and I think this one just really captures the look. I mean, maybe it's because it's another original trilogy helmet, but I just really, really love the way it looks, and I think the techniques here are really, really incredible. I love how empty it feels as well, because obviously it's an open helmet rather than a closed one. They just did a really spectacular job, and I think this is definitely one of the best Star Wars sets we've seen of this year so far. And this is also followed by the Land Speeder, which again is just a technique masterclass, just like the A-Wing. I definitely won't buy it, but I'm very glad that we have this set. It definitely deserved to be UCS, and it does look incredible. Glad that they waited this long, and also there's the source of medium nougat parts, as well as the greebling on that third engine is absolutely incredible. Really, really nice set to see, and definitely an underrated one by fans as well. Moving into the dioramas, though, all three of these make the list for me. It's just something so creative that I love to see from Star Wars. In particular, Yoda's hut deserves some credit for its watering technique. Being bold enough to use 1x1 round square tiles for the water really creates this really nice aesthetic that reminds me of Builder's Journey, where the water undulated, and actually the Lego Movie, where the water undulates just on like this pixelated level. And I really, really love the fact that they went to those levels, and I know a lot of people didn't appreciate it. However, I really do, and I think it looks incredible because of it. I also love the way the tree's been constructed, and Yoda's hut looks good as well. The X-Wing ring coming out the water is also perfectly fine. However, I think the trees in the water really do sell it for me. My middle favourite is the Trench Run one. The greebling technique here, finally replicating the Star Wars box style in real life, just looks incredible. I just love how we've come full circle with that, and the microscale ships look surprisingly good for their scale. I have no idea people's complaints of the prices. This one looks really, really nice to me. And then my third and most favourite is, of course, the trash compactor. I love that feature. It really does remind me of a book nook, the way you can slide it together and they all intermesh and go behind each other without having to move the figures. I really did expect the trash to be loose, and the fact that it's not is just incredible. It's just really well designed, it's really succinct, and I love the fact that they preserve the feature, because that is not something they had to do. Either way, looks great, really, really pleased, and these three sets have got an unnecessary amount of hate for how good they are. I really hope the diorama line continues. Moving into City 2022 sets, we have a couple of standouts here. Of course, I could not go amiss without mentioning the most wacky set for 2022, and that is, of course, the bathroom stunt bike. What else can I say that other people haven't already said? It's wacky, it's great, just pleased to see it here. And then more excitingly for me is a train station that I actually like. For the longest time, I've been waiting for a new passenger train station because I think we're overdue one, and all of the other ones don't look great, at least in my opinion, because passenger trains need somewhere to go. Not only did they deliver a pretty fantastic station here, though, we did get an awesome bus as well. This bus is by far superior to the green and yellow one from 2018, and this one does look absolutely fantastic. I love, love, love the blue and black colour scheme, and the use of the double doors works really well. We actually have more than 2 seats as well, which is always fantastic, so that's always nice to see. We also have this nice porta potty and railway worker thing, as well as obviously the road plates. Looks really good. I'm still really impressed with the road plate integration from this wave, and I think it still really stands out here. I also love the mural wall, as well as the advertising bench and ATM outside the train station, and the use of large blue panels on the roof of the train station does remind me of a very British thing. I really do like the way this looks. You've got your control booth, your interior is looking pretty sparse, but this is a really great set that I think deserves a lot of the credit it's been getting, and possibly even more than some of the hate as well. I also love the teal and green stripe, although it does remind me of a gas station. However, that's besides the point. Moving on, another set that needs more credit than it's been getting is City Missions. A lot of people don't particularly love the way this is going. However, I think the app integration is pretty much exactly where LEGO needs to be aiming, where you can build whatever you like, but using the app to inspire more combinations. I do wish a physical manual was included for the base one and it was just extra, but I understand that no kid would then go to the app afterwards to build their unique things. I think this app integration is probably one of the strongest, and this one also has some of the best pieces, at least the space one. I really love that robot dog, looks super cute. The fire extinguisher and the meteors also look great, and all of the little futuristic tools. I'm sure this will be a great set that lots of kids will have a lot of fun with, and it definitely deserves none of the hate it's been getting for the app integration. This is probably one of their smarter ones, to be honest. Then we have City Farm, which of course, just like everyone else, I'm particularly excited for. While the bigger set isn't enough to win me over, because it is a bit of a juniors build and I would have preferred a normal barn, some of the smaller sets definitely do. The chicken coop I think is really adorable, and I love that side build. However, the ATV does sort of let it down for me. However, this is still a great set that I'm pleased that City thinks that they can sell a £10 chicken coop set. This is not something we would have seen from 3 years ago when all we thought they could sell was police. Therefore, I'm really pleased to see this variation in the cheaper side of sets. Another one that looks great is of course the vegetable van, where I love this side build where you've actually got the crops. The carrot growing features absolutely incredible, and the market stalls and storage inside just looks great as well. Another great van set that I definitely think I'll probably end up picking up by the time this one retires. The corn on the cob piece looks great, the bunny rabbit looks great, just really, really solid set. And possibly slightly better than the grocery store, which is going to have its own video here on the channel soon if it hasn't already. This was a personal disappointment to me. However, I could not put it on this list by the fact that we've needed a grocery store for so long. Thank you, City, for delivering, even if it's not quite what I wanted, with this being a bit too organic for my liking. Not that I'm against organic food, just that I wanted my more normal shop experience. I still have to give them credit where it's due. Fantastic job. We needed a supermarket for so long. I'm so pleased that they finally realised that this will sell to the boy demographic, or whatever City's going for. Looks incredible. Really pleased with the minifigure selection in particular. Mr. Produce looks great. Prosthetic leg looks great. Pea suit looks great. Child looks great. Car is good inclusion, and I love the delivery feature. There's a lot to love here. Just a personal disappointment, but we've already talked about that. Moving into some polybags, we have the Spider-Man Bridge Battle, the Build Your Own Hogwarts Castle, and the Farm polybag for this year, which are all great expansions to your LEGO collection. I particularly love the inclusion of the black and red Spider-Man suit and the drone in the polybag. It just makes it a full-on Mysterio battle drone, and it's everything I need from that movie. The Build Your Own Hogwarts Castle has 8 different combinations and a wizard card and a great Dumbledore minifigure, and just looks fantastic. Really hoping I'll be able to pick one of these up. I really think this is a great looking set. We then also have the Farm one, which just includes some of those new pieces as well as a generic farmer minifigure, a great addition to any of your farm collections, and if you have some of the other sets, it's a perfect expansion. 3 great polybags for the summer of this year. Moving into Brickheads, we have the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, as well as the Hogwarts Professors. Again, these are just some great inclusions to the Brickhead lineup. The Professors look particularly incredible and work really well. However, the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote also look really greatly sculpted, and once again, it's just another random inclusion to the line which works incredibly well. Another couple of underrated sets for the LEGO lineup. Talking about video games though, we have the Horizon Forbidden West Toolneck, and while I've never played the game and have no interest in it, and of course wish that a certain other video game license was being made instead, this is still always a very positive step in the right direction, and I definitely see LEGO's future being in taking advantage of a larger number of video games. It's great to see this appear here and their relationship with Sony improve, and I definitely am pleased to see them branch out a little more. So this is a really monumental set as far as licensing goes, and a really incredible build. I particularly love the base, however, not one I'm hugely interested in. Definitely deserves the credit though. Moving into Minecraft for the summer wave, we have the Turtle polybag, which is a polybag that I saw once and I'm very upset that I missed out on. Definitely will be going to pick that up with a great couple of figures and a turtle selection. Really nice small set. And then the Nether Bastion, which has some great looking mobs. Having the Piglin and the Piglin Brute look great. A unique skin once again, as well as the Strider and Magma Cube are incredible. I've loved that Magma Cube feature since it was first announced back in 2016 with the Nether Railway. However, it looks great here. The inclusion of a Bastion Remnants as well as this blue fire piece looks awesome. I love the new Netherite build as well as the gold, and the new build for the Basalt as well with the little ridges in it. It looks great as well. Overall, a good mob inclusion. Maybe wish there was one more play feature. However, really nice to see, and definitely an outstanding Minecraft set from the summer wave. Then we have Mario to finish up our video game lineup. We have Fuzzy Flippers here, which is a set that a lot of people have passed by, but I think the feature is really unique on having to knock them up to make them rotate, as well as the jumping mushroom. We talked about the Mario sets at length, so I won't go over it too much, but I think this one has a really creative play feature, and I think it deserves a lot more credit. Adventures with Peach was something that no one saw coming. I did not believe they would ever do a Peach digifig, and here it is. I think where this set particularly though stands out for me and why it's on this list as best or most underrated is because 1, people seem to hate the Digi-Mario system, so they need all the love they can get. 2, the mobs are nice and unique, but 3, the idea of the starter course being less focused around stomping and more about this more relaxed vibe is just really nice to see. You've got these fruits and these presents and things, but you've also got very little enemy encounters, focused more on a swing, floating Creshman Markbok, and a toad. Overall, nice set. I'm particularly pleased with the way this one came out. And some more Mario sets include the Goomba Shoe, which is just such a ridiculous idea. I really love the way the power-ups have now morphed into these giant suits. We had Bowser Jr.'s Clown Car, and now we have the Goomba Shoe. Both look great, and I'm really pleased to see them here. But my favourite set from the Summer Mario Wave was Big Sky's Cloud Top Challenge. I did practically a whole video on this set, so I will not spare us all here. But I love the way the features look. I love the composition, as well as that colour scheme between the green, grey, and brown. If you want a more detailed look, definitely go and check out that video. But Big Spike's sculpting is absolutely incredible. The clouds look great, the new vine piece is also awesome, and there's a lot to love in this playset. I definitely think this is a standout from the Mario Wave. And one set that we don't have images for that I'm pretty sure will make the list will be Character Pack Series 5. I will do an entire video about them because you know how much I love them. Some of my favourite sets from recent years. I will definitely be talking about them, and I cannot wait to see them given hopefully they come out August 1st. Moving into Harry Potter though, we have the 2 Hogwarts expansions, which are both incredibly underrated. I think these things look amazing. The remake of Sirius's Rescue looks incredible. The new Buckbeak in white is a tad disappointing. I feel like it should have been light bluish grey, but I love the fact that we're finally getting these courtyard segments with the benches and stuff, and I don't mind the interiors being too empty because this new modular system has quite a lot to give. The reuse of the Harry and Hermione figures is maybe a tad disappointing, however scene accurate, and the Sirius J also is something we've needed for a long time. Overall, very impressed, and I really love the visual impact of this set, where you've got this tower but also this low part as well. I think this is really cool, and definitely deserves none of the hate it's been getting. It's a really great Hogwarts expansion that many people will love. Secondly, this is followed up by the Dumbledore's Office, which is by far the most striking Hogwarts we've had in years. I really love its its presence, where it comes up to this big point and you've got the golden windows and the lovely arches on the second floor. Please, 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 let's get more like this looks incredible. And then not to mention the interior is great. Dumbledore's office looks the best it's ever been, I hesitate to say. And then also the ground stairs with the library where the books can come off the shelf and you've got the screaming book is just, oh, I love that feature so much. I'm such a sucker for things like that. The library in the inside as well looks great with the little desks, and you get a great minifigure selection with a new and updated Filch and Snape, which look incredible. A new presser. I'm getting a bit fed up with the new Dumbledores, but Mrs. Norris the cat looks incredible as well. This is a great Hogwarts expansion. People should really love this one more. Moving into the rest of Harry Potter, the more traditional picks for best Harry Potter sets of this year will definitely go to Grimmauld Place and the Ministry of Magic. These two are definitely not underrated, however, I do have a very soft spot for that Grimmauld Place expansion feature. I also do love the inclusion of the new broom piece. I think that looks incredible, and I cannot wait to try and make a Mickey's Fantasia broom mock. Sirius is in his olive green coat and creature look great, and I just love that feature so much. I see it's so incredible. Capabilities of modern Lego shining through right there. I do think the interior is a tad sparse, but I do think it's a great looking set. Another one that disappoints slightly on the interior is the Ministry of Magic. I really love how bold they were with this one and how wacky it is as well. This is not your traditional, I think, set. If anyone thought of the Ministry, I feel like we wouldn't have this archway, but either way, looks incredible. Finally getting a Deathly Hallows set is great. Getting Yaxley and Pious Thickness as well. Great inclusions for minifigures, and obviously the transforming feature with the Polyjuice is incredible. The Undesirable number 1, the Floo Network, all great, all reminding me of the best days of Harry Potter. And Telephone Box also looks amazing. Really glad they included that. There's a lot to like here. I think it works really well, and the interiors do look great for what they are. I think you do need 2 of them though. Moving on though to Friends, which is by far the theme with the biggest presence on this list, so we will go fast because I know a lot of you are not interested. However, so many of these sets deserve credit. They have far surpassed the expectations I had for these sets this year, and have certainly far surpassed their potential as well, a common theme that we'll be talking about throughout this year. However, without further ado, I'm really surprised to announce that I do quite like this horse trailer. Yeah, it's quite blocky, but I kind of love that colour scheme, and while I hate the Friends horses, I do love this dark blue, white, yellow and teal colour scheme. I think it's fairly neutral. The pink obviously changes that, and I don't like the front truck. However, it's nice and spacious, and I imagine it's got a great interior. Can't wait to look more into that set as the release gets closer. Just a really nice build for what it is. We've also then got this farm to go with it, which is a separate set. The farmhouse really stands out as amazing. I love this roof that they've got going on with the medium nougat colour scheme. So neutral. If they hadn't done the pink doors, this could have been any other theme set. Looks absolutely incredible and deserves so much more attention. From Dots, we have these ice cream picture frames, which just look so cute. Again, Dots just, it's going on in the background, and it's really doing its thing, and everyone should appreciate it more. We've also then got the Friends water park, which has some really nice features. I love the little tube slide, the little dangling water underneath, the ice cream, the bigger slide, as well as the little water jets that you can spray at people, and the little climbing net, and the spinning banana man. Some really cute stuff here. Just a really well-rounded Friends set that definitely feels like a 2022 set. Lives up to all expectation and meets its potential. Next up from Friends, we have the recycling truck, which is potentially one of the best recycling trucks we've ever got. I'd still say the 2011 City one beats it out, but as far as the modern one goes, this is by far the best one in recent memory. I love the high-vis jackets on the mini dolls, as well as the 3 different types of bins is of course crucially important to any LEGO City. Getting the 3 different colours in the pastel tones, the lime green, the yellow and the coral are great inclusions, and I love the fact that we still have the feature to empty the waste. The vehicle looks great, and the front section will fit 2 figures, which is great. I just wish City had one like this, because the minifigures, but I don't hate on mini dolls, so this is incredible. I'm really pleased it exists, and it deserves more credit. One set that did get a lot of credit from Friends though is the Roller Disco. The colour scheme and the fact that this folds up, which is a common theme among the Friends sets this year, having great exteriors, looks incredible. The fact that this is such a neutral subject material as well looks great, and the really vibrant colour scheme really suits it, and I really don't mind the pink at all. Having the working bowling features as well as the dance area as well as the video games on the right looks incredible, and this is another great set that deserves all the credit it's been getting. But some of my favourite Friends sets from this time will definitely go to the Safari and the Theatre. Everyone's talked about the Theatre, so I will not bore you to death. It looks incredible when closed, incredible when open, and again, it's such a unique subject material that I'm so glad to see someone give attention to. We need more theatres. The curtains and the changeable screens work so well. It's such a good playset. You've got this amazing exterior with a lovely elves reference, 2 balconies and a trapdoor to drop people through. What an incredible playset. I am so jealous of how good this looks. I wish we had more like this just in every LEGO theme. We then also got the safari, and while I don't love that giraffe, the building here is what really stands out to me. Look at that colour scheme. This amazing orange stripe down the middle that just looks such like a modern building with these awesome stickers. It looks incredible. You're kidding me. It just looks amazing. Not to mention this white, very nice exterior. I like this one more than the Jurassic World Dominion base that we had in the woods. This is incredible. I just love the scheme so much. Just what an incredible set. But by far the best two are Emma's Art School, which looks amazing from the front with this Parisian-style architecture and has some amazing play features like clay pottery turning and easels and dots making and textiles and stuff on the inside. It looks incredible. What a great exterior, what a great interior. The tree makes it all come together with the orange colours. Oh, so good. Just really, really pleasing to look at. And then my favourite, Olivia Space Academy. What an incredible set. Let's just talk about the Space Academy. Let's not even talk about the rocket this time, because the rocket is incredible, the G-Force is incredible, the observatory is incredible, but that building with the orbits on it looks so, so cool with the again, this block white, like it stands out so much. It feels like a really modern building. I love this colour scheme. You just take away that pink grate and this is perfect. This is by far my favourite space building we've ever seen in LEGO form, with the planets on the asterisks and with the sun in the centre. What an incredible set, with the Ori on the inside as well as all the lab features. And then, like I mentioned, of course, you've got your space rocket, which also looks incredible, better than the Creator 3-in-1 from a couple of years ago. What an amazing set. To see them branch out like this and tackle this material, it should just be second nature by now. I am so, so impressed, and I cannot wait to buy this set. Moving into Jurassic World, only two things actually made it on the list this year. Of course, everyone knew it was coming. The 2022 diorama set for Jurassic Park with the dinosaur. I've wanted these Jeeps for so long, it's not even funny. And then I bought the gate, and now I want the Jeeps even more. I cannot wait to buy this set. It is one of my most anticipated sets of the year. I will probably pick it up later this year. The gate, the background looks incredible. They didn't have to do the background. It just works so well. It deserves so much credit. The dinosaur does look a bit like a dog, but I'll accept it for what it is. Minifigures look great. Wish Alan didn't have a rainy torso, but that's besides the point. I'm in love with this set. It just looks amazing. This is what I love. Oh, it looks so great. And in minifigure scale as well. And then we've got the Atrociraptor Dinosaur Chase, which I just really love the aesthetics of. This tan and dark tan ruined city vibe is something that I can really, really appreciate and think looks incredible. Not to mention just the setup of it. I just love it. It looks really, really awesome. It's really, really well put together, and I definitely think I'll pick this one up once I've seen the movie. However, nothing could beat the Jeep set. At least I didn't think anything could beat the Jeep set. One more we don't know about is, of course, the roller coaster. This set will be good. I've seen the rumours of the drop tower and the blue and yellow colour scheme and the loop-de-loops. I'm practically already sold. I just hope I hate it so I don't have to buy it. While I would have loved a themed roller coaster, this set is going to be amazing, and I probably will do a video on it when it comes out. The Botanical Collection once again stole my heart for this year. The Orchid and Succulents really stole their way straight to the top spot for me. The Orchids are now my favourite out of all the Botanical Collection because not only do they come with a pot, but they look incredible. The Demogorgon headpiece reuse really, really sold me on the set, but once again the bigger flowers are also incredibly crafted, and just the leaves and the colour scheme in the pot, all incredible. Oh, how beautiful this looks. I would love to have this on a windowsill. Definitely one of my most wanted sets of the year. However, we also have the Succulents, which is a type of plant that I really do like, actually, just in general. However, these ones look incredible. The piece usage on these and the grafted cactus and the way you can rearrange them and split them up. I think I definitely display the pots separately, but you've got this such variety. It really is a piece masterclass, and I think it's really, really impressive. I think the Orchid takes it for me just for being a more traditional flower. However, these Succulents are incredible, and one day they will make it into my collection, whether they like it or not. And another set that we want to talk about exceeded its potential. When I first heard the rumour of a Pyramid of Giza, I was expecting a boring tan pyramid, and they surpassed all my expectations, completely outdid their potential, and immediately took their way to one of my favourite sets of the year. I am not an architecture buyer. I do not often buy architecture sets. However, this will certainly be my first. The fact that you can remove the outer layer and display the half-constructed pyramid is incredible, and one of my favourite features about this one is the back with the little cross-section of the tombs. So smart. So glad they didn't do the full pyramid. Having the Nile at the front with this splash of colour is gorgeous, and the colour scheme once again is fantastic. I love the boats, the obelisk, the sphinx, the mini pyramids. The fact that they actually put tombs in there is sort of kind of cool as well, and the fact that you've got that completely removable layer. I love this set as someone that used to be fascinated by Egypt. Just, oh, it's so good. I cannot wait to buy this one. It completely surpassed its expectations by miles. One of the best sets of the year by far. For some Marvel sets that also did surprisingly well, I want to give some love to the Iron Man brick sketch, which I think is possibly the best looking brick sketch they've ever done. It looks incredible. The blue background with the stripes really contrasts against the dark red and flame orangish yellow. The eyes look incredible. The mouth looks incredible. So well sculpted. What an amazing job the designer of the brick sketch license did. Chris McVeigh, I believe it is. Incredible. Looks amazing. Great set. The Thor accessory pack is one I didn't get to talk about in January, and here it is as well. Here, of course, for the figures. £13 for 5 minifigures is an incredible deal. Getting Meek, Korg, and Thor are great inclusions, and all minifigures I don't have. Valkyrie also looks amazing, and I've wanted a Chitauri since 2012, and I just never got around to getting one. So this is a great pack for me, and I will definitely be picking this up when I buy the Titanic later this year. And as for another Marvel set is, of course, I Am Groot. Oh, it's adorable. I know some people say it's creepy, doesn't deserve the hate. He looks adorable. He's incredible. Much better than the Marvel set earlier this year with the Iron Man, although that set deserved none of the hate it was getting as well. It actually looked quite good. This one just looks better. The face and the head shaping is incredible. They really learnt from everything they've done with like Baby Yoda and the rest of it. He's wonderful. This should have happened years ago and far exceeded my expectation. I didn't have high hopes for this one once again, and he looks incredible. Well done, Lego. But one of my favourite sets of the year has to be the Hungarian Horntail, and before we talk about him, you'll notice off the side build off to the side, this is the side build from the Shrieking Shack, which is my favourite part of that set. I couldn't care less about the Shrieking Shack, but I do love this side build. Best Whomping Willow we've ever got, and I love that moon transformation feature. But we're here to talk about the Horntail. Oh, high fantasy dragon looks incredible. He's the best Horntail we've ever gotten. I love the fact that we can still do the flapping feature, and I'm sure you can detach from the stand. The spikes look incredible, the wings look incredible, the face has been beautifully shaped. He reminds me of every high fantasy dragon from any high fantasy novel or movie, TV show, game. You know what ones I'm talking about. You've got your Lord of the Rings dragons, you've got your other dragons, and getting a new broomstick piece and this incredible Harry minifigure and the golden egg. I thought this set was going to be it. I thought this was my favourite of the year, obviously, besides the Jurassic Park set. But I really, really thought this was going to be it. If you want to hear me gush about this set as well, check out my Harry Potter video. I did a dedicated one for it. But, oh, so underrated and also one of the best of the year. It's incredible. But my best set has to be this one. Once again, we're going to talk about potential in 2022. This was such a surprise. I had no expectation of this. I had no idea that City was capable of this. And it's because it was a surprise and because of what it is that makes this set my favourite set of the year. I don't think it can be topped. How incredible to get a fairground ride from City, not Creator 3-in-1, from City, and it'd be good, not juniorized, and then also be the spiritual successor to the Fairground Mixer, one of the coolest sets of all time. The fact that this can fold up onto the lorry is incredible. The fact that it is space-themed is incredible. The fact that this can go in a theme park and work is incredible. The inclusion of the generator to the side, the photo booth, the little ride operator with his exchangeable hairpiece and alien top, incredible. The unique photo op, the kid, the mum, the trailer front looks amazing as well, with that amazing reference to the Series 17 Retro Spaceman, a figure I am now going to have to get for my theme park. This is incredible. The fact that it then spins, you've got this alien. I love this set so much. I didn't expect it. I had no expectations. Once again, City has far exceeded its potential and has delivered one of the best sets of 2022. And while I love Groot, and while I love the Jurassic Park set and the Horntail, this tops it. And all for only £35. This set might actually be too cheap. And I could not be happier. Oh, I'm in love with this set. It's so good. And then just to top it up, you can put it all on the truck and drive it around like the Fairground Mixer. I'm so excited to buy this as soon as I see it in store. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I cannot wait. Let's talk about the minifigures. So just to wrap it up like we normally do, I want to talk about the minifigures that I will probably end up bricklicking. Of course, up in the top left, we have Elton Elephant, a figure that build from the 90th anniversary Created Classic set that I will definitely be adding to my Bricklink wanted list. The sheep piece I will also be adding because I have to get the sheep with its new expansion. The Goomba Cake is my favourite of the new Mario enemies, and I would absolutely love to have him along with the Pirate Goomba from last year. The Baby Thestral to go with my Thestral from Grindelwald's Escape would be also pretty adorable. Eric from the Buzz Lightyear sets just looks so amazing. He's one of the best robots we've had recently. All of the new Iron Man suits, of course, make the list from the new Iron Man Hall of Armor set, and the Blacksmith Villager from the Llama Village, along with that Blast Furnace, also look incredible, and are sets that I definitely want to, or figures I should say, that I definitely want to add to the lineup. And this is Editing Octane coming in at the end of the video to add some extra sets to the list for today. I really hate this new release schedule where everything sort of comes out all over the place, and now we're split over August. Anyway, we're here to talk about a couple of sets. First up, the Starry Night. Not interested at all. However, this is an incredible masterpiece of techniques. I don't care what people say. They did an amazing job, and I hope we see more like it. I really like how bold the frame is, and I love the 3D effects used as well. This is a great addition to effectively the LEGO art scheme, and I hope this sells well enough that LEGO art continue to do maybe a couple of bits like this in the Rolling Stones art. Really impressed, but I definitely won't be buying it. Next up though, we have the Technic Ferrari as well. I'm always interested in these supercars despite not having bought any of them. However, while this one looks really clean from the exterior, it's just not my style. I still think the Bugatti is my favourite. However, I do appreciate how little gaps there are while still looking like a Technic car and not really relying on the flex hosing, which I think is always a bit weird. And then we have a couple of Star Wars sets as well. Firstly, we have the Brickheads pack from Kenobi. Darth Vader here looks incredible. I really thought everyone was going to hate on him because of the red eyes, but I and everyone else seems to absolutely love the way he looks. Looks incredible and so Brickheadsy, and I think Obi-Wan looks great as well. I love the beard design. I love the brick built detail, and while I can appreciate that some people want prints, I think he looks absolutely fine and looks wonderful. Next up though, we have Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, which has quickly become my favourite Star Wars set since 2020, I'm pretty sure. I mean, apart from the Hoth stuff, but that's on a whole nother level. While I'm a bit miffed that it's 30, I feel like it should be 25 or maybe 24 here in the UK. I love all three minifigures. That Obi-Wan looks great, and I'm so glad they included the opportunity to change out his hood. R4 again also looks amazing, and Tonwi in the first Kaminoan is incredible, looks amazing, and the Starfighter also looks incredibly sleek. I genuinely may buy this when I see this on sale, and that is not something we usually say for anything other than Hoth Star Wars sets. I'm really surprised by the set, and it's actually made it onto my wanted list. Honestly, an incredible feat. I'm not really going to talk about any of the other Star Wars sets. I feel like apart from BD-1, BD-1 stands out to me as a pretty incredible Star Wars set. I really like the fact that they've gone out to the source material, and I really think this will be our only outing to Jedi Fallen Order. Droid looks great and continues this amazing line of brick-built characters that started back with D2, BB-8, the Porg, Dio, etc. What a great line. I love everything that Star Wars puts out with this. The last year's Probe droid was one of my favourites, so to see BD-1 here looks incredible, and I mean, we could have seen it coming once they put the droid in Book of Boba Fett. However, looks great. The build is really solid. I love the inclusion of the stims in the back of the head. I think that's incredible, and of course, more Star Wars rep here, always good. Lots of variety, and I'm really pleased with how this one turned out. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled wanted list. Either way, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you've had a look taking through the sets for this year. Some incredible ones here. Really pleased with just the whole lineup. I know it's not as good as 2020 to me. There's a lot of missed potential, but we'll talk about those through as we go through the year. I just think there are a couple of bits where maybe we're missing some opportunities at this point. But besides that, there are some incredible sets. The best sets are definitely the surprises, Groot, Horntail, and that city set. All such surprises, fast speeding their potential. But without further ado, this is going to do it for the end of today. Let me know what you thought of this down below. If you disagree with me, or if you have a different favourite set of the year, please let me know, as well as your thoughts on that city set, because I just love it so much. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.